Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Make This Go Viral. Come join me for our very first viral content creators meeting. Let's bounce ideas off of each other. Let's talk about what frustrates us about being a creator. Let's talk about our challenges, our good things that we have about our channel. Let's explore more things on how to grow together. Join me by commenting below, count me in, and we will set up a time and date to do a live panel to discuss everything involving YouTube. Let's go. If you would like to get in touch with me about anything, please contact me. Follow me on my IG page, which is Make This Go Viral TV Business and Networking page, Miss V of MTGV TV. If you want to hit me up about anything, we can discuss it here. If you need my help with any type of app, if you want to display your business, if you just want to if you want to link up with me on a live, anything concerning YouTube, business, anything, hit me up here, guys. Hit me up here. Follow me on IG, and I'll follow you back. I am Miss V, crime reporter, website promoter. If you are interested in showcasing your website, hit me up in my DM on IG, and we can discuss all the details of showcasing your business, doing a commercial, and running it on my show for a couple of months, as well as promoting you on other social media sites. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, DM me right now and type in the comments, I am interested. And let's talk. Let's talk about your business. Let's showcase your business. Morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Make This Go Viral. Who do we have in the building? Good morning, Gold Professor. Thank you for stopping through. If everybody could please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you have not, and hit the notification bell. Welcome, Savannah. Good morning. Wide World of Ratchetness. Thank you for stopping through. Please hit the thumbs up. Leanne Burke, good morning. We're going to discuss, good morning, Yaya. Thank you for coming through. We are talking about Jelani Day today. Jastar, what's up, my girl? Grand Rising. I got some disturbing information to share with you guys concerning Jelani Day, his autopsy, the state his body was in, and what this autopsy showed us. It is so very disturbing. I went to his group today that his mother created, a justice page for him, and that's where I'm getting my information from. So it's coming straight from his mom. That's where I'm gonna be reporting from today. When I tell y'all what they found in our autopsy is unreal, and it makes me wonder, why didn't they do the autopsy sooner? If his body was found in the state that it was in, why would they even suggest suicide? Why? Suicide. Do y'all know that this man's organs was missing? His teeth was missing. His jawbone was sawed out. His genitals were missing. His eyeballs was missing. He was mutilated, y'all. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, but I'm already emotional. You was mad. You was mad Sunday. I was in the bushes. Who was mad? Me? Man, this one is crazy, dude. Like, hold on, y'all. My heart breaks. Okay, guys, I am headed into the post office to see what I got in my P.O. box. What could it be? What could it be? It is my handy dandy make this go viral tumbler. It's cute. Make this go viral. Make this go viral. Me not crying is hard. This is crazy. Thank you, Justar. Ooh. Okay.
We all stopped to watch Food Hacks, and it turns out you can save over $500 with the General.
My little motto is I planted so many bad seeds, so it's time to plant some good seeds and watch the harvest.
Look, I just put on eyeliner and mascara. This ain't good.
Our top story tonight, a community in mourning. A funeral service was held for graduate student Jelani Day today. The 23-year-old's body was recovered from an Illinois river just last month. The family says his death is a mystery, as there are still many unanswered. Good evening, and welcome to DNC Live. I'm Tishani Whitlow, filling in for Brittany Jones. Our top story tonight, a community in mourning. A funeral service was held for graduate student Jelani Day today. The 23-year-old's body was recovered from an Illinois river just last month. The family says his death is a mystery, as there are still many unanswered questions. Many say Jelani's story sheds light on missing cases involving Black and brown people that rarely receive media attention. PNC's Janine Donaldson spoke with his mother today and joins us live from Danville, Illinois. Janine, tough day, I'm sure.
Absolutely, Tashani. The Day family says they can't move forward until they have answers. Today they held a celebration of life for their loved one, Jelani Day, but there's still questions as to whether the body in the casket was actually his. Nearly 4 hours long, including a selection of his favorite gospel songs, stories of how he's touched the lives of those around him, resolutions and accolades from all that he accomplished in his 25 years of life. There were also repeated calls for justice. His family is determined to find answers as to how he went missing and who's responsible. Day's mother, Carmen Bolden Day, says the investigation into her son's death has gone nowhere since his body was identified several weeks ago. The family says law enforcement hasn't been forthcoming about details of the investigation, and after several instances of mistreatment and disrespect from officers and the coroner, the family hired a lawyer and private investigator. They also got a private autopsy done, or independent autopsy done, after the first one failed to find a cause and or manner of death. Carmen says the second autopsy left with them with more questions than answers, including if the body they were burying was actually her son.
So either they did something to this autopsy wrong, or somebody, whoever did something to my child, they mutilated my son. And I need to know what happened to him. Because Jelani wouldn't have did nothing like that to nobody. He wouldn't have hurt nobody. Jelani shouldn't have been like that. I didn't even get a chance. His brothers and sisters didn't get a chance. His dad didn't get a chance. When people die, you're supposed to be able to make peace and see them. I couldn't even see my baby. I couldn't even look at him because I was scared to look at what that was. But then I had to hear 2 days later what the autopsy report said. And I should have looked at them because I should have seen what they was looking at.
Carmen tells me the second autopsy revealed the body was severely decomposed, almost down to a skeleton. She says that there were signs of trauma to his brain. He was missing his eyes and also his genitalia. So many more questions that need to be answered. The family says they also still need help getting those answers. They've hired an odontologist, but also are looking for a forensic pathologist to get some of those DNA questions that were potentially answered the first time around redone just for clarity, but much more to go. The family has vowed to get justice for Jelani. Tashani, back to you.
Janine, thank you.
Since our beginning, we've asked what's possible.
To start, can you come up? Whew.
Those are the sounds from the funeral where family and friends of Jelani Day honored his life earlier today. Good evening, I'm Mark Maxwell. After more than a month of searching for the Illinois State student, his family finally laid him to rest today after officials found his body in the Illinois River. They held that ceremony where he grew up, at Danville High School. WCIA3's Cole Hankey joins us now after attending that funeral. Cole, people came from all over the country to say their final goodbyes.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. Hundreds gathered at Danville High School today to honor and mourn the life of Jelani Day. But above all else, they wanted to celebrate him and the impact he had on so many. 25-year-old Day was on his way to becoming a doctor. He graduated from Alabama A&M and was in grad school at Illinois State. His goal in life was to become a speech pathologist and help both children and adults overcome communication challenges. Day's friends said the moving ceremony showed just how much everyone cared about him.
I think today was well needed for a lot of us. It has been a very drawn out process. I know we want to keep believing that we're going to get a positive outcome, and I still believe we're going to get a positive outcome despite what may happen. Jelani was always the light of the room, the smiling.
Now, Day's family remembered him as a loving family member, a supportive friend, and a bright student. Even though Day's body was found in the Illinois River over a month ago, and his body was officially identified on September 23rd, investigators and the LaSalle County coroner have not released an official cause of death. The other message that the family kept repeating is that they will not stop looking for answers. They want to know exactly what happened today. Mark?
Cole, thanks. Day's death and disappearance remains a mystery, as Cole alluded to. His family reported him missing August 25th. Officials found his body in the Illinois River September 4th. The FBI and local police continue to investigate.
I can't pull it together fast enough. I'm about to, goodness, I wasn't planning on doing this. I'm about to send a link. I'm a freaking mess right now. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe on the copyright under 17C USC 107.
With the intensifying search for two young brothers who went missing from their backyard almost 7 weeks ago. The reward for their whereabouts now increasing. This morning, ABC News getting an exclusive interview as we learn about some threats allegedly being made against the boys' adopted family. ABC's Zareen Shah joins us with more. Good morning, Zareen.
Good morning, Eva. For the first time, we're hearing from the adoptive dad's family. Look, these boys have been missing over 40 days, but a small California city determined to find them. This morning, the family of the adoptive father of the two California city brothers who vanished, speaking exclusively to ABC News.
I just know that they were really good parents as far as I was concerned.
We offered a reward out of our own pockets.
That reward for 4-year-old Oren and 3-year-old Orson increasing to $120,000, contributed by multiple parties. Authorities receiving more than 2,000 tips and using imaging devices at their adoptive parents, Trezell West and his wife Jacqueline's home, to search for the boys. But now the adoptive dad's family says they're targets, not from authorities, but from the public.
It is misguided to blame uncles and aunts and grandparents for children who are missing that we love and care about and are trying to find.
Right now, there are people outside the home talking about where are the boys.
Police have not named any suspects.
I am working so hard, literally day and night, to find these kids.
The boys were adopted in 2019 and disappeared late December. The adoptive parents saying they last saw them in their backyard.
Came inside the house, searched the house, me and my wife. Once that didn't pan out, I got in the van.
Neighbor surveillance showing Trezell jumping into that van looking for his boys, the couple then calling police. The chief maintaining hope, but still suspects foul play. The biological mother devastated.
I don't have not one evil bone in my body. And for this to happen to me, it's a lot for me.
As a community continues holding vigils, the family reminding everyone they are in deep pain too.
It's like the people don't realize that we are grieving, we are hurting just like they are.
What?
The Wests have 4 other children. They are in protective custody. The chief saying this is protocol because those first 2 kids disappeared under their parents' care. Dan?
wrenching story all the way around. Zorine, thank you very much.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
You know what? The way that they were sitting and the way that they were sitting there in that interview and the way that she spoke like she is a helpless or grieving grandmother. But that's not the image that we see when AV, LV, Crenshaw, and the Bio family is out there. They have more of a cocky attitude. It is not that image that we just seen. This shit is almost laughable if it wasn't a goddamn shame. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Thank you for joining. Yes. Okay. Hello to everybody that I didn't speak to. I'm a mess. I'm a mess today. But hold on. For the people that don't maybe know about him, I'm gonna let y'all watch this one, and then I'm gonna go to his page. Going to the page require me to read, and I can't read if I'm crying.
Mystery surrounding the death of Jelani Day is growing. Authorities still searching for answers after the 25-year-old grad student's body was found floating in the Illinois River. Day's family says they suspect foul play, and they still are looking for answers. We're going to talk to Jelani's mother, Carmen, in just a minute. First,
this video was done before his autopsy came in.
With what we know so far.
A growing mystery surrounding the death of Illinois State University grad student Jelani Day. Day, who was studying to be a doctor, was living and going to school in Bloomington, Illinois. He was last seen on campus August 24th. 2 days later, his car found an hour north in the town of Peru. A week after that, his body found floating in the Illinois River. The Day family's attorney says loved ones suspect foul play.
The wallet was found in a different area. The lanyard, which had his school ID on it, was not found with the wallet. It was found in a different area.
Authorities so far only calling the circumstances surrounding the disappearance unusual.
The way his vehicle was, it was off of a parking lot. That's very unusual to just find a car like that.
Investigators now working to retrace Day's final movements. The 25-year-old's death has garnered the attention of Viola Davis, Lizzo, and other celebrities.
Thank you so much to our Alex Perez for that report and the latest on where it stands. Now, with the recent rise of attention to missing persons cases, it's important to note that as of December 2020, the FBI had more than 89,000 active missing persons cases. 45% of those cases are people of color. I'd like to bring in Jelani's mom now, Carmen, for more on the search to find out.
Thank you, Justar, for joining me. I need the support. I appreciate you. Can you hear me, Justar?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. I feel a mess.
What exactly happened to her son? Carmen, I know this is still a very tough time for you, and we really appreciate you being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me this morning.
So at this moment, what do you want our viewers to know about your son's case?
At this moment, my son's case is open. As of September 23rd, I did request for the Illinois State Police to take over. I do know that they are working with Peru and Bloomington and LaSalle County Police Departments. I also know that the Behavioral Analysis Unit from the FBI is involved. I don't know how that part of
works. From what I understand, they are analyzing Jelani. I don't understand that really, but whatever it takes to find out what happened to him, that's what I want them to do. I want them to use their tools and their resources so that we can find out what happened to Jelani, because he did not disappear in midair.
Right, and Carmen, as you know, investigators have said, and they suspect foul play. Do you think you know who the killer may be?
Well, investigators never said they suspected foul play. I had to let them know that there was some foul play, because they tried to set up this narrative that Jelani could have possibly parked his car in this wooded area, walked himself to this riverbank, took off his clothes and put himself in the water. That's absolutely false. My son was a swimmer. He knew how to swim. He would not commit suicide. His faith in God was too much, and he knew from what we were taught in our religion that suicide automatically takes you to hell. So Jelani wouldn't have did any of that. So it was me who had to make sure they understood that there was foul play involved, because they wanted to just pass it off and give me some type of inclination that this is what Jelani did to himself, and he did not.
Well, this is why Jelani was an aspiring doctor and such an amazing young man, because of a mom like you, clearly strong, brave, and doing everything she can for her son. And Carmen, his death has garnered the attention of so many people and celebrities like Viola Davis and Lizzo. Has that helped you with this case, just getting it in the public eye with people like this and this type of platform? Has it made a difference for you?
What it's done for me has shown me that people, no matter their celebrity status, have looked at my son and known that he is a person that needed to be found. He needed to receive help. And these people felt, I guess, my pain and wanted to help me. So that means a lot to me. It's been other celebrities that have also reached out to us that were not even mentioned. Offset has offered to pay for Jelani's funeral services, and I'm so grateful that these celebrities think enough of my son to want to spread the word and spread awareness about him, but to also want to show love and generosity and kindness toward him, and he's not even here. So Jelani was not only somebody that you would have loved to know in his natural physical life, but I will make sure that the world knows him in his absence, because Jelani was somebody, and he's going to be treated like somebody. We didn't get the treatment that we deserve on set, but I thank God for my children who they knew they wanted their brother back, and they just went through anything that we had to do by any means necessary to do what we needed to do to make sure that Jelani was found and that we got the help that we were looking for.
Well, I know you are going to figure out to the very end what happened, and I hope we are there to bring about the entire truth. Carmen, you're an amazing mom. Your kids are lucky to have you. Thank you so much for just getting up early for us this morning.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News.
Just Star, thank you so much. I needed you, girl. I feel better already.
Wonderful, wonderful. She is a very strong woman.
She really is. I admire her strength.
Yes, and with her strength, comes great sadness, but with her sadness comes great strength, you know? So I'm very humbled by her, and her words, and speaking very highly of the young man that she raised. And like she said, he will be remembered. He was a great young man, and this movement will make him an even greater man, and his name will be out there. Um, what I Good morning, everyone in the chat. I don't mean to ignore you. Um, Also, I wanted to state that this is my opinion, fair usage, but I believe it was a setup due to the fact that he was a bone marrow match to his father, meaning that he was also a bone marrow match for millions of other people. And with that being said, and him being, and Jelani being in medical school, there's plenty of higher people that, would come and say, we need this, we need that, we need, certain specimens. Well, he became the perfect specimen. And I believe that it was a setup, everything. When he went to the ATM, he took off his mask. Now, remember, he's a doctor. So he wouldn't have taken off his mask earlier that morning. He had on his mask. I believe that was a way of him showing his face and that he needed to be recognized. So that's the reason why I think that that was done at that point, because I do believe someone else was in the car, because he doesn't seem like the young man that the type that will park so far away from any type of camera in order for his face to be shown at that dispensary.
I feel
So
like he wanted to be seen too. He was looking directly up to the
that's
camera, and he looked frightened too in the camera. He
exactly.
looked like he was saying something. And you are not too far fetched. I mean, that sounds about right. He was in the database. Good morning, Miss Alice. Thank you for dropping the fire and horns. And yeah, Katrina Johnson, Children's Services ain't no better. They a hub for they the main traffickers. Let's just say that. They are aware that foster kids be in homes and they run away and never get reported missing. Come on. And among other things. But yeah, what you're saying, that is very possible.
Good
When
morning, Miss
I heard
Cooper.
about the father, him being a match for the dad too, I'm like, wow. And we didn't even know his organs was missing like that. Just that, oh, that took me out. And then they trying to make it seem like the turtles and fish and all this stuff did it. It reminds me of Kawan Charles with that, because Kawan
Yeah,
Charles' face was mutilated too, and they blamed it on the dang on fish and the aquatic animals or whatever.
exactly, which is not true. Okay, so let me finish with my theory.
Okay.
So I believe that someone from his school snatched him up, told him, hey, take us over here to the dispensary, you know, and he went thinking that they were his friends or, colleagues, and it became more than he could handle as far as being pressured, because remember, he had meetings, he had class, he had to do his rounds, but yet he left he didn't do his normal routine. That wasn't his normal routine. His normal routine was already set up and was already stated. So once he went to the dispensary, from that point on, I believe that he was kidnapped. He was taken to the coroner. The coroner took his bone marrow, took his organs, took everything, sold it, my opinion. And because bone marrow, they said that bones were missing. which means that his jaw bones and stuff like that has, bone marrow that you can treat other people with. And it's a shame. It is an outright shame that they would disfigure this young man and humiliate him by having him naked and removing his body part. That there to me is very satanic. That there to me is someone who is intimidated by the male prowess, because why else would you want to cut it off? And, so these are just things that are coming to my mind, as I've been following, his case and following this mess of a coroner, who I believe, if he has connections and people, and plus Jelani worked in a medical training center where that's where they do the cutting of, teaching you how to cut the bodies in precision and how to take out all the organs and everything and, do surgery. So I believe everything was already taken out, including his brain, everything. And why would you need to take out his eyeballs? Okay, because somebody needed some corneas. Anyway, so in my this is just my opinion. So what they did was it was more than one person because of how they laid out the clothes and everything. Once they got everything they needed from him, that was valuable because on the black market, body parts that have that if he was on the donor list, there was a lot of people that needed him and a lot of people that would have paid a lot of money for his organs because of his melanin made it also easier because melanin seals and it attaches and it heals. So they did all of this and then they threw him. They threw this young, intelligent black man, discarded him as though he was just a vessel that they needed to get what they needed. And they were trying to cover it all up. I believe it's higher administration at that school because anything, in my opinion, to stop a black man from becoming great, is horrible that you would want to take his life in order from Dr. Jelani to be able to save lives. You take his life. That's evil. That he has a good soul. You can see it in his smile. To take his teeth, his jawline, and no, all of that was done intentionally. When they said that the brain, everything was gone and liquefied, no, buddy. You took all of everything out that you needed and you put an empty vessel because God had already took his soul, but put an empty vessel in that water. Look at that handsome young man. And put him in that water in order for it to be to disintegrate a lot faster. And you can also take maggots and add maggots and certain beetles to a particular body, and it will definitely eat the remainder of the flesh. And being
Like
that he had
60%,
to
I
be cut
heard.
open, he had to be cut open prior to, because how else would the maggots get inside of his body? Not through his mouth. So he was cut open. Was actually done an autopsy before they needed him alive. So therefore, that's why they had him for such a long period of time before he was even ever told to anyone that he was there. They needed time. They bought themselves time to do what they needed to do. Now, if this first pathologist, there should be slides of that he has taken of different parts of the spleen, the liver, the kidney. There will be slides of that to show under the microscope what exactly happened, but instead he doesn't have any of that. He doesn't, because he's partaking in, it's a cover up because they needed him, and they act as though, they thought that they were dealing with an uneducated woman. Hello, don't you, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So all her children are educated just like she is. And their family is a tight unit. So they knew something was wrong immediately, but they were ignored for the simple fact that it is a cover up. And I believe that the school is involved. I believe that the sheriff is involved. I believe that there's a lot of people involved who wanted to make this young man disappear, which is heartbreaking. So I give my prayers and my condolences and my heartfelt love to his family and his friends that really love him. And we all appreciate her sharing her story because her story is all of our story. I'll put myself on mute now.
Wow, I really appreciate that, Justar, and what you're saying. It makes a whole hell of a lot of sense because it don't make sense that he would be harmed this way. It don't make sense that we know it wasn't a normal murder because all his organs wouldn't have been missing. His what they say his body was liquefied inside, like uh, genitals missing, eyeballs missing, like jawbone sawed off. I just it disturbs me so much that they got a hold of this boy's body, the coroner, and they looked at it because they looked at it. Don't they unzip the bag and look at the body, just physically just look without even running any tests? Did they not look at his body? And they looked at his body and said suicide. That's how you know it's bigger than what they saying. It's bigger than that. This was an organized crime. They hunted him for his organs. That's what it sounds like to me. And they got his name because he was on the list for his dad. And I mean, I believe it. I believe it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. And everybody is involved, obviously. I still can't get over the fact that the coroner told his mother that he was mad at her. What? She's the one with a son laying there for 20 some days. They didn't do nothing. They wanted his body to be unable to be tested. I'm just so disgusted with this system, and I bet you it go unsolved. And that's because there's too many players in it that's higher up that can make it go unsolved. This ain't no regular riff he was having with somebody. So I'm on his page, and his mother, I'm assuming his mom or whoever's controlling the page, I would say is her, 4 minutes ago, posted that picture that I showed. And hold on. They just laid him to rest. She didn't even get a chance to see her son again because they had to have a closed casket. And the message that she wrote here: we would like to thank each and every person who in any way helped us celebrate the life of Jelani. The amount of love and support you all have shown our family has been nothing short of life changing. We continue to be amazed by your support and kindness. Your prayers and love have sustained us when we weren't sure how we would go on. Literally, millions of you, most we do not know, have mourned with us. Lord knows I was mourning. I couldn't stop crying. And I thank just Star because she came up here and gave me strength by even just being up here with me. Um,
Miss
okay.
V, Miss
Yes.
V. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. I have a doctor's appointment, but I just
Okay.
wanted to come up and show you support and be there for you as well as.
That helped a lot. Trust me. I think I'm good to go now.
All right, beautiful. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you later.
You too. Thank
Blessed
you.
day. Thank you.
Bye. So literally millions of you, most we do not know, have mourned with us, have prayed with us, and continue to ask with us what happened to Jelani. We ask that you continue to stand with us as we continue to demand answers to that question. We cannot and we will not rest until there is justice for Jelani. We are not okay, but we know God is working through Jelani. Much more to come on that soon. Much more to come on that soon. Please pray for strength and guidance with us in the days, weeks, and months ahead. Finally, a thank you to all who volunteered and donated their time and resources to make Jelani's celebration of life so beautiful. The list of names is too long, but please know that we sincerely appreciate everything. We pray that God blesses those that travel near and far with traveling grace and that you have reached your destination safely. Your sacrifice to be with us did not go unnoted. And then she put her other kid's name. Savvy, Carmen, Dakara, DeAndre, Savvy Jr., and Zena. And again, this is his picture. So I seen a video here. I'm gonna let this play. I don't know if it might be the same video I already played, but I'm gonna play it again. I'm not sure though.
But then I had to hear 2 days later what the autopsy report said. And I should have looked at them.
And after several days of mistreatment and disrespect from officers and the coroner, the family hired a lawyer and private investigator. They also got a private autopsy done, or independent autopsy done. After the first one failed to find a cause and or manner of death, Carmen says the second autopsy left with them with more questions than answers, including if the body they were burying was actually her son.
So either they did something to this autopsy wrong, or somebody, whoever did something to my child, they mutilated my son. And I need to know what happened to him. Because Jelani wouldn't have did nothing like that to nobody. He wouldn't have hurt nobody. Jelani shouldn't have been like that. I didn't even get a chance. His brothers and sisters didn't get a chance. His dad didn't get a chance. When people die, you're supposed to be able to make peace and see them. I couldn't even see my baby. I couldn't even look at him because I was scared to look at what that was. But then I had to hear 2 days later what the autopsy report said. And I should have looked at them because I should have seen what they was looking at.
Carmen tells me the second autopsy revealed the body was severely decomposed, almost down to a skeleton. She says that there were signs of trauma to his brain. He was missing his eyes and also his genitalia. So many more questions that need to be answered. The family says they also still need help getting those answers. They've hired an odontologist, but also are looking for a forensic pathologist to get some of those DNA questions that were potentially answered the first time around redone just for clarity, but much, much more to go. The family has vowed to get justice for Jelani. Tashani, back to you.
Many people say that children are
Getting justice for him could bring down a whole organization that's attached to this man, because this wasn't no normal crime. Not no, oh, I got a problem with somebody on the street type of crime. No. They drugged and killed him for his organs. This is why I cannot be on the donors list. And he probably only did it just for his dad. I mean, yeah, years ago, my mom told me, take that off of your license. Do not. Because what she was saying, they won't fight for you. You know, I feel like you're on to something. He was outside of his normal routine, would see, and I would think donors would be sad, scarce, and it's evil. They don't have to solve anything. They know who did it. Yeah, they know. And man, the way it was handled is just really it's disgusting. It really is. Let me try to stay focused because there was some other stuff on here I wanted to share. Um, because there was a post that it was an article she was debunking actually. So it says a funeral service was held today, which was yesterday, for graduate student Jelani Day. His body was found in Illinois River last month. Okay. Let's see. Okay, not that one. So 19 hours ago, it says a PSA. Oh, this is already over with. This is one of the pictures they had made. Oh boy. He was actually doing something positive and good things, you know. Let me play this one.
Give me the money. I don't have no questions for you. I've offered a reward of $25,000. And
Whoa, hold on, y'all.
people have been donating additional money.
This is just a small little clip.
At this point,
And it's crappy.
you give me the, I don't care. At this point, you give me the money. I don't have no questions for you. I've offered a reward of $25,000. And people have been donating additional money. All that money is being added to that reward. We don't want none of it. Not one red penny. I will give you everything just to have my son. Money doesn't matter to me.
This is the picture we were talking about where he took his mask. Look, first of all, look how far he parked to come through the door. His car is way out of range of the camera. Why? The dispensary that he was in had just opened up, so it was parking spots right there. He's walking past many of them. Why would he park way back there? And why would he take his mask off and look up at the camera? You can't see his eyes that good in this thing, but on if you look directly at the picture, you know, the real one, I guess, you can tell he's looking directly up at the camera. And then I had wondered, you know, if he even was known to smoke marijuana, you know, or if they was trying to throw people off by putting them in there, having them go in there. Who goes and gets some weed and then go kill themselves? Come on. Come on. Weed is not usually the drug that you're gonna want to do that with. That's gonna make you sleepy. You're gonna end up going to sleep. You're gonna be like, F it, I'm gonna just go to sleep. That's what weed do. It chills you out. It don't make you go crazy. And then who that's planning on killing himself is walking around dropping his belongings all over the place. Like his wallet was found in one town, clothes found, lanyards found different places. Like, and yeah, I see what you're saying, Bella. They should have had an open casket. Man, that probably would have killed them more than the people. That would have been horrifying, man. But I see what you're saying though. He deserves so much more. To the family, I don't know what to say. I cry for your heart, broken heart. Yes, I'm telling you. I mean, this is a hard one because it's like it's so disrespectful, so disrespectful, and the way that they treated this woman, and then to say that they were out of the solution that they could needed to do the autopsy and let his body sit there for 20 some days. This mother is sitting up here looking for her son, hiring people, getting search parties, and these folks knew all along that was him. They knew it was him. I mean, but of course, in her mind, she's thinking, I gotta go look for my son because they don't know if this is him. He could be somewhere hurt, hungry, or whatever. She didn't even have to go through what she went through if they would have just did their job. And that's the part that is disgusting and disturbing. Like, why are these people even here if they not gonna do their job? Okay. It's people running around here making false reports, false GoFundMe's and everything. I'm trying to find my place again. Yeah. It's so easy to get distracted. Okay, so here's an article. I'm going to read the article first, and then I'm going to read what she says. And this actually says it's from his mother and from his mom. There's a article that came out of Fox 32 Chicago. It says Jelani Day case, family upset, FBI looking for 24-year-old. Okay. I'm not sure what all she's debunking, but we about to find out right now. The FBI is now okay. So this article, did I say where it came from? Fox 32, October 1st, written by Natalie Bomke or something like that. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Okay, so the FBI is now involved in the death of Illinois graduate student Jelani Day. It is what his family wanted since the day he went missing. Okay, so they're involved. That's what the family wanted. Yeah, they've been asking. But they are not pleased with how investigators are approaching the case. Right now, we have more questions than answers. Yeah. And we need to start getting some answers for our questions before we know the next step, said Day's family attorney. It took days for authorities to send in search team to look for 25-year-old for the 25-year-old and almost a month to identify his body once it was discovered. Now his mother is angry that instead of tracking down suspects, the FBI is looking at Jelani's case as a potential suicide. He had a sound mind. He was not troubled by anything. We had just spoken on Monday. We have a family vacation that's planned for Thanksgiving. We are planning that vacation. We were planning for that vacation. Matter of fact, he sent money to his mom for this vacation to give to his aunt or something like that. I remember hearing. Maybe we don't jump to conclusions that this was a suicide before we know. I think that's what happened here. Day's cause of death has not been released. A much more thorough autopsy is pending, including the results of a toxicology report. His family is offering more than 25K reward for information leading to what happened. Right now, the family has obtained an attorney, but are not filing suit yet. If you or a loved one is feeling okay, so what does she don't like about that? She said this article is incorrect. I have not spoken to anyone in the FBI. Nobody. I have not spoken to anyone in the FBI. Nobody. I made my statements plain, clear, and concise. To be misquoted like this is insulting. Again, the narrative that Jelani would do anything to himself came from and was inferred by Peru and Bloomington Police Department. Again, I need help from the FBI. FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigations, and I have yet to speak to anyone from the FBI. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why when I'm following a case, I prefer to follow the family or somebody in the family that's speaking up. If you don't speak against what these articles and news videos and all this stuff that's being put out, if you don't speak out against it, if you don't have a following to speak for yourself, people will be confused on what's really going on, man. And the families that are not speaking out, that's why a lot of times, that's why people don't know about their cases. That's why people ain't helping with their cases, because the family is not fighting. But this mother right here, I admire her strength, and I give her, I wish God bless her with all the strength she need to bring down whoever did this to her son, because it wasn't a person. I don't believe. I don't believe one person is involved. I believe it's an organization. Anytime you talking about organs missing and all the things they did, I mean, they took him straight. He had things going on that day. He was actually at the school for a meeting, and the lady said he didn't show up, but he was there doing work, logged on to the computer. I mean, it's a whole trail of what Jelani did that day. And these people gonna say committed suicide? Sick. Absolutely sick. Okay, and the final part, because what time is it here? Hold on. Oh wow, look at this. Look at that. That's Jelani sitting there. That is a beautiful picture. Look at those young kings right there. Royalty. And he was taken out like an animal. That is not fair. It's not right. It says he was not just anybody. He was royalty. He was a young king, a strong, wise, determined, focused young man. God's child, my son. I miss him so very much. I still can't believe this is real. I love you, JJ. Wow. I'm going to show y'all some pictures. I can't read all that, but I'll show you the pictures. Nice pictures of him. We are remembering Jelani and remembering that he need us to stay in this fight. He need all of us to share his story. Everybody need to speak up, because this could be any of us, any of our children. He accomplished great things. He didn't need to go out that way, man. They took a good one. Oh, young, bright, smart, handsome. They took a good one. Jelani Day. Dr. Jelani Day. I'm gonna drop the link to this page on Facebook, and you guys go take a look. And if you are a content creator, do a story on Jelani because more people need to know what's going on out here. So the final thing that I'm going to share with you guys, 54 keys. This woman, I love her content. She covered the story. She did a great job. And I'm going to read y'all comments too. She did a great job. And I'm going to let play what she thinks, her last video that she did. And I'm going to also share her link. So the first link I'm putting in is for Jelani's justice page made by his mother. It's a lot of information there that I didn't even talk about. So support his mom. And even if you're not a content creator, just share it because Facebook actually makes it easy to share stuff. All you got to do is hit the share button and share it to different groups and things like that. And speaking of groups, I have a group called Make This Go Viral on Facebook that I would like to invite all of you to. So I'm gonna drop the link to my group. Only thing you have to do to get in is answer the questions that I got for people to join, and I'll let you in. And you can't have a Facebook page you just created this year or even last year because those are trolls usually. I have almost 400 requests waiting to get in that group, and they all trolls because I don't care about quantity. Care about quality. So won't none of those people be getting in my group. So this is the link to my Facebook group called Make This Go Viral. I would love to have you guys be a part. And my other links, like if you want to get in touch with me, you want to do a panel, because I welcome people to come up on a panel with me and have a discussion. I welcome that. I welcome people to join me on my October challenge that I'm doing, where I'm doing a live every day for this month. And what I want to do is be able to say, okay, this person is going live next, so go over to their channel. That's what I really want to be able to do. So suicide is the cover up. Yes, LGZ. Thank you for being here. TT in here? Where TT at? Superstar Bella. They know we have 9 DNA strands to their 6, and our melanin is priceless. We are humans. They are human beings. Word play on the flip flop to confuse people. I want justice. We all do. Hey, TT. Thanks for coming in. Coming to show some love. I appreciate that. Yeah, justice for Jelani Day. How you doing, Cadence? Thank you for coming in. Cadence Robinson. And I know you, I think we follow each other on IG. They just want to use us as science experiments. Oh my God. Suicide. Yeah, right. Yeah, suicide, lynching, and stealing organs. Yeah, suicide equal. Yeah. I mean, stealing organs seems to be the new lynching method they using. And to take his body, his manhood, what was that? That's hate. That's pure evil. It goes back to the police on and FBI don't see us, so they half-ass their jobs to serve. Yeah, it's freaking disgusting. But I'm gonna drop 54 Keys link, and then I'm gonna play the audio to her video. I love her content, especially. I mean, she has great content. The way I like her, I just like her. The way she talk, the stuff she be doing, her intro, outro, she's cool. She be like, ride with me, ride with me. So we gonna ride with her. I'm gonna have to reach out to her because I would love to have her up here. I would love to talk to her. And most of all, get the okay from her to use her content. So I'm be nervous. Yep, 30 days live. You get it, Queen. Yes, Cadence. That because going live was my biggest challenge. You know, Miss V, how did they make that determination by proxy? It's all a cover up. Watch 8F, a father gets transplant now. Watch if the father. Oh, wow. I don't know. I think that's how they targeted them, though. Maybe. Or it could have been somebody in the school. All of a sudden, people in the school found this, that, and the third. The people in the school found us clothes. We are fetishized, very sick. Man. Oh my God. Hey, Prophet Pre, welcome. Nice seeing you today. Okay, we going over to wait, I gotta drop. Oh, I dropped it. So we going over to 54 Keys. We gonna watch her last video, and this is the shocking details from the autopsy. She breaks it down. And I did see an article. After this, I'm gonna read the article that I found about it just to make sure we not missing nothing. Then we gonna get out of here. This video is 14 minutes.
Hey, what's going on, my good people? Yeah, I woke up this morning to a lot of emails.
I like how she talk, y'all.
Y'all be on it, okay? And it discussed the condition of Jelani's body when he was found. Now, when I first read it, I mean, it was rough. It was tough. I couldn't wrap my mind around what I was reading. So I had to sit on it for a minute, think for a minute. Y'all know how I do. But I know this may be a conversation that some of you do not want to have, but we got to talk about it. It's part of the case. You know, this is just another part of the case, and we have to talk about it. We got to break it down. So, come on, ride with me.
Police have identified a body as missing Illinois State University graduate student Jelani Day, but what killed him and why?
Now, we all know that Jelani went missing on Tuesday, August the 24th. Okay? Nobody has seen him after that. But we know on that Tuesday that he was at the school that morning. You know, he was up there. He was caught on surveillance. And then we also know that sometime after that, he went to the weed dispensary. And he's caught on camera there. Now, what happened to him after that becomes a mystery to everybody. The last cell phone ping from Jelani's phone was at this location right here. When he left this place right here, Beyond Hello, in Bloomington, Illinois, we don't know what happened to him after that. But what we do know is that some of his belongings and his car was found almost an hour away in Peru. We know this. And on September the 4th, an unidentified body was found in the Illinois River in Peru. So understand this. When I first heard that, I was like, that's him. Wasn't no doubt in my mind. That's him. You know, I know a lot of people wanted to hold out hope. Maybe it ain't him. In my mind, deep down inside, it was him. Okay? And to know the details, you know, his car being found up there, the wallet up there, the lanyard up there, clothes up there. When they came out talking about they had found an unidentified body in the Illinois River? Again, I was like, that's him. Know that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they came out talking about this unidentified body, everybody was on pins and needles waiting for that positive ID. Everybody. You know, and then there was articles that came out talking about they didn't have the DNA, the chemicals to test the DNA. They had to order that. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. I mean, how is it that you don't have a key ingredient to do your job? You understand what I'm saying? That's like McDonald's talking about they ran out of buns. That's unheard of. You need that to do your job. So how is it that you don't have it? That bothered me. And it took them 20 days to make a positive ID. And everybody wanted to know, why did it take so long? And I knew, on top of the whole, not having the chemicals, I was questioning the condition of the body. Because sometimes it's hard to make a positive ID if the condition of the body is severely decomposed. And so I understood that part. But then I read an article that said that the Illinois State Police shows a backlog of 3745 DNA cases at the end of August. The average turnaround time for biological assignments in that month was 81 days. They severely backlogged. It sounded like they needed some help down there. And now they've taken on this high priority case. They couldn't handle it, clearly. And it took them 20 days to figure out who this body belonged to. Okay? And they probably want a pat on the back. Because if the average time is 81 days, it took them 20 to make a positive ID on Jelani.
Yep.
Now, again, we all question why it took so long. And then in this article that I read, it said that in the summer of 2020, a press release came out, and it said long-term underinvestment in Illinois labs combined with a lack of access to the latest technology solutions compounded the problem. So they've recognized that they don't have the equipment and the chemicals and stuff like that they need. And that's why when Carmen came out and she expressed it being no effort and no push to try to find her son and figure out whether or not this was her son, she wasn't lying about that. Listen to her.
Today from the Peru police who were rude to me and act like I bothered them because I had questions. The coroner today was so disrespectful to me because I asked questions. He even told me he was angry with me and that did I want to find out if this was my son or not.
Nobody give a damn about you being mad. Okay.
Yeah. That's terrible that she had to go through that. And if this is how the coroner is talking, and then we have evidence that they got all these backlog cases, 2 + 2 = 4. He's part of the problem.
Thank you for being here, LJ.
Had already told us that not only did they have to do DNA testing to identify Jelani, but they needed to do a forensic dental.
Welcome, Leslie B. and Q Carlisle.
And I was like, they need dental records.
Hold on, let me read this.
I'm like, this is not good.
Welcome, ladies. Thank you guys for coming over. Miss V, hey, sweetheart. I cannot stay because there's so much going on in Trollville. Oh my God. But I'll be reporting on Jelani very soon. A damn shame, man. Now we got to figure out who took his damn organs. Eyes, penis. Come on, man. Much love, Q. Thanks for coming through. You're going to have to catch me up on Trollville. Matter of fact, I'm going to go over there and catch up myself because I wasn't over there when you went over there, but I'm going to go watch it and see what's going on. I appreciate you, Leslie B, for always dropping my link and being so nice in Q's chat and John's. Jelani's parents did right by their children. Yeah, they really did. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay, let me finish.
I followed enough cases to know that usually when they have to go by these dental records, either they're severely decomposed or this is how the coroner is talking. And then we have evidence that they got all these backlog cases. 2 + 2 = 4. He's part of the problem. This man, this coroner, had already told us that not only did they have to do DNA testing to identify Jelani, but they needed to do a forensic dental identification on him. And I was like, they need dental records. I'm like, this is not good. And I followed enough cases to know that usually when they have to go by these dental records, either they're severely decomposed or their face is disfigured. In the article that they released detailing the condition of Jelani's body, it said that his body was missing its front, top, and bottom teeth, citing a second autopsy performed by a private forensic pathologist at the request of the family. His job.
I forgot about the dang teeth. I mean, all these teeth was missing, and then they actually said they used dental records. Let's go back.
Either they're severely decomposed or their face is disfigured. In the article that they released detailing the condition of Jelani's body, it said that his body was missing its front, top, and bottom teeth, citing a second autopsy performed by a private forensic pathologist at the request of the family. His jawbone had been sawed out. And at first, I kind of freaked out a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. And then I had to read it again and see what it sounds like is that, okay, yeah, he was missing the front, top, and bottom teeth, but it sounds as if the family had their own autopsy. And by the time, because that was the second autopsy, so by the time that their autopsy took place, his jawbone had been sawed out. And I was wondering, I'm like, okay, well, that must have happened in the first report, in the first autopsy report, because they said they needed to use dental records. And in the process of doing that, it sounds as if they removed the jawbone. I mean, I don't know. Y'all let me know if maybe I'm not reading this correctly. What do y'all think about this? The family's private forensic pathologist also said that they couldn't find a brain, organs, liver, spleen. They couldn't find nothing by the time they did their autopsy. And then the family's attorney came out and said that the coroner explained that because he said his organs were completely liquefied. And you have to understand what takes place when a body is found in water. You know, it's different as opposed to someone being found, you know, let's say, you know, in a house, or it's different. So I understood a little bit of it and how his body could possibly, you know, be like that. But one of the lingering questions for me is how long he was in the river. We don't know how long he was down there. They found him in 12 days. You know, so that's going to always be a question in the back of our mind. When was he put in the river? The article also told us that his body suffered many fish and turtle bites and was maggot infested. Okay? I mean, that means his body is in bad condition. And I found an article discussing bodies being found in water. And it says that aquatic insects may alter the appearance and condition of the remains. Large animals such as turtles and fish will cause tissue damage that in some cases may mimic trauma to the body. And that's going to be the question. Did some of this trauma to the body happen before it was put in the water? That's why it's going to be hard for them to determine that.
That's why they put him in
and
water.
And then they told us that his body was maggot infested. Did y'all know that maggots can consume up to 60% of the human body in under 7 days? And again, we don't know how long he was in that water, but we know it took him 12 days to find him. And not only that, it says that bodies in water decompose twice as fast as those left unburied on land. And again, how long was he out there? The article also stated that the genitalia was unidentifiable, meaning his penis, okay? And it said that the forensic pathologist said that it was determined to be flayed. And you have to understand, flayed means to peel off the skin, which is why they didn't recognize his penis, okay? The article also told us that the body had no eyeballs or sockets. And the thing of it is, when you find a body, especially in the river, this is not uncommon, okay? So I've seen this before. And one of the questions, again, is how long was he in there? But in that same article that I found, it said that others observed that post-mortem decomposition proceeds rapidly after the body is removed from the liquid environment. So after they found the body, it was imperative that they do an autopsy. It said, for that reason, it is recommended that the post-mortem examination not be delayed for any significant length of time after a body is recovered from the water. For this reason right here. You know, and to read these things, I felt real bad. You know, real bad. And I can't imagine what Carmen and his sisters and his brothers are going through. And his body was in such a bad state that only Jelani's grandmother and one of his brothers viewed his remains. Remains that his mother still wonders whether they are really her sons or not. And you got to understand where she at with this. But I get why they didn't think it was good mentally for her to see him in that condition. As a mother, we don't want to see our children like that.
Yeah, man.
They shielded her from that pain, that the last image of your child. Because understand this from experience, when you see that, that's all you remember. You know, it overshadows the pictures of them alive. It does. So I understand them shielding her from that. She didn't need to see that. She needed to remember Jelani as he was. So today, October the 9th, 2021, they laid Jelani to rest in a closed casket ceremony. And all I can say is that we got to keep praying. Yeah, we just described his shell. That's it. You have to understand that his family considered him a king. They considered him royalty.
Right.
And even in death, he is still a king. He is still royalty. Know that. We still riding for Jelani. We are part of the movement. And I know it's going to be hard to determine cause of death. But we got to keep praying, y'all. We in this together.
Hey, you
Make the news, nigga, and watch what happens. If you make it over here on this channel, they gonna be on your ass, okay?
Okay, that's 54 Keys. Shout out to 54 Keys. Go check her out because she has another video. I mean, the first video ever that she did on Jelani, she was going with the suicide thing. But when she looked into it, she changed her tune. And this one I like. and the one before this I like. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the article that I seen, and I'm hoping to have that information that she was just talking about. And I thank you all for being here and commenting. And I don't know how many thumbs up I have, but please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Always do it on the way in. The way you greet me is to drop the fire and horns. Thank you, you knew, for coming through with the fire. She must have couldn't find her horn real fast. I agree. I agree, Prophet Pre. It was organ harvesting. Man, it's sounding that way. Like they can't convince me that all of that happened in the water. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. But did you hear she said maggots can consume 60% of the body within 7 days? That's a lot. That's a lot. Damn. So this is the article that I found. It was written October 10th by Deja Monet. And it says coroner report coroner report Jelani Day's organs were missing when he was found. That's what we're reading right now. That's what we're reading. So it says in an opening report by Chicago Sun-Times, the LaSalle County coroner revealed Jelani Day's autopsy reports were where it described the condition of his body. Day's liver, spleen, and other organs were missing, along with his teeth and eyes. A second report was conducted by his family, private forensic pathologist, who said Day's jawbone was sawed out. The 25-year-old aspiring doctor, mother Carmen Bolden Day, said it took about a month to have permission to see her son, despite his body being positively identified through dental records and DNA samples. His body was finally released to his family on September 29th so they could lay him to rest. Additionally, the report states Day's body was maggot infested due to the time spent in the Illinois River and endured animal bites from turtles and fish. His genitals were also unrecognizable and appeared to be flayed. And that's the part that she was saying meant that the skin was peeled back or something like that. I don't know. Missing is missing. Now, I heard unrecognizable. Either it's there or it ain't. I mean, I ain't never seen a dead body, but I'm just saying. We gonna go with it was missing. However, the details surrounding his death are still unclear, despite the numerous conspiracy theories from social media. Well, we ain't going with the suicide mission or thing they want us to freaking believe, because it don't make sense. It never made sense. And they know it don't make no damn sense. Now, dang, was that the end of it? Wait, no. Hold on, let me see if I can find a better article. Cause that didn't tell me nothing, really. Dang, both my phones acting up. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I need to. I lost my second charger. I only got this really short one. Hold on. We gonna get through this. Dang it. We gonna get through it. Now I gotta be all the way low. That's how little my charger is right now. Okay. Yeah, you knew. It's horrible. My goodness, this is so sad. Yeah, I was crying the first freaking 10 minutes of the show. I couldn't even get myself together, and I thank God for just start because that was rough, man. That was rough. He didn't deserve it. Okay, this says Autopsy Explained. It's trending on Twitter. I usually look at Twitter to see what's trending. Now, this article was actually posted an hour ago by Shania Wilson, the writer, and it's wait a minute. Okay, Chicago Sun Times. Let's see how long this is before I waste my time. Okay, I'm gonna read it. It says, Jelani Day was said to be found with no eyeballs, only sockets. And as per Day's family and their attorney, the body had no organs, were completely liquefied. His organs were completely liquefied, y'all. Um, pushing attorney Haley Benzner explained. Okay. An autopsy performed by a private forensic pathologist also revealed that Jelani's jawbone had likely been sawed out. Hold on, because I just clicked on something else. Okay, Day's family. Let me see, because I clicked on a different one. This one is from. This one is from October 11th, and I can't tell who writing it, but let me read this because this might have more information. So, investigations into the death of Illinois grad student and aspiring Dr. Jelani continues on. Okay, as the mysterious surrounding his death grows, his family said that they suspect foul play. Amid the investigation, a recent report said Day's body had no organs when it was found. A report from Chicago Times stated that Day's corpse had no eyeballs, only sockets. The body was reportedly missing its front. Why did it just jump like that? Oh my God, these get on my nerves. It just jumped because they keep on putting all these pop ups at the bottom. Jeez, I just want to read the article already. Hold on. Okay, the jawbone had been sawed out. Dave's family attorney said there was no brain, no liver, no spleen, no organs. According to pathology reports, the organs were completely liquefied. The genitalia was unidentified, the attorney said. Um, Before Dave's body was discovered, his mother expressed her distress because of the limited coverage of her son's case. I was very frustrated. It appears that help. I mean, it appears that help has ceased. Okay, that's old reports. Um, okay. His family. Wait, let me go back. Meanwhile, social media is demanding justice for Day. After a month of searching, this is how Jelani was found. He had no eyeballs, no face, no scalp. Damn. I swear it get worse. It get worse. Um. Okay. He had no eyeballs, no face, no scalp, no jawbone sawed out, no organs, not even a liver, and most craziest of all, no brain. Sounds familiar, like history keeps repeating itself. His family deserves to know. Jelani Day, one user wrote on Twitter. Okay, so a user wrote that. Okay. So, sounds like the shit that happened to Emmett Till. Jelani Day had no eyeballs, no scalp, no. Okay, yeah, that's another person wrote that. So they quoting what people wrote. on Twitter, because I didn't hear all that in no article now. See how they making content out of regular people, but they want us to believe that we ain't powerful. Social media is very, very powerful. Wow, what is going on? Oh my God, that's horrible. Like they tortured him. Yes. Welcome, she. Thank you for coming in. It does. It sound like they tortured the hell out of him. How much of this was he alive for? But they want us to believe that it was the aquatic animals that did this. Like I said, Kawan Charles. His whole side of his face was almost eaten off, and his teeth, you could see the top. His mouth was all. I got a whole playlist of Kawan Charles, 15-year-old, who was found face down in some water, but he was left with a friend. But this stuff, man, this is horrifying. It's horrifying to even read. My heart goes out to his mother, his family, his father. What is his dad supposed to do now? His dad, he was gonna give his dad a transplant or liver, or I mean kidney or something. He was giving his dad. Oh, he needed bone marrow, and he was gonna help his dad to survive. What happens to his dad now? You know, and I like what Justar said. It makes a whole lot of sense. That he was targeted because of his organs. Somebody needed all that stuff that he had missing. Is what it sounds like. It really do. Why would they pick him? Why? I mean, this was a kid in school, minding his own business. He wasn't doing nothing but trying to be a doctor and trying to bring good to the world. Why would anybody want to do that to him? That's the only thing that really makes sense, y'all. But all I know is this could be any of us. So if you're not paying attention, you need to start sharing these stories, start talking about it, because we all in danger, man. This is scary. This is scary. They were born and raised, I believe. Well, they were born in Chicago. The mother got them out of there, and then he returned and for school, and this is what happens. I absolutely agree. Sounds like he was targeted. Definitely does. It must have been some. Well, you know, they can get a lot of money for those organs. His organs could be in so many different places right now. They already got the black market. And like Bella said, they've been doing this stuff in Chicago and Detroit for years. I remember hearing, like, even somebody mentioned Kanika Jenkins' case, because she has something missing from her body, and we still don't know what really happened with her. Don't know, ain't nobody buying that she walked into that freezer. But for me, when her mother stopped, I'm done. You gotta fight for your own family, and if you don't expect nobody else to. She shut everything down, and when she did that, I was done. I'm sorry. That was one of that. As a matter of fact, Kanika Jenkins' case is what brought me to YouTube. But what got me reporting crime was Anaya Garrett, the little 3-year-old who was killed and starved by her mother and tortured, because that's a horrible way to go. So, but yeah, when Teresa Martin fell out with everybody and stopped going out there fighting for her daughter, I was done. So, and whatever they told her, that was good enough for her. So I couldn't deal with it because I was so disappointed. I was losing sleep at night following Jedediah and those, because Jedediah had the best coverage. I mean, I don't care what nobody say. He was right there front row. He had a steady hold on his camera. He knew how to produce something good to watch. Everybody else, they like all over the place. They on the ground. Like Jedediah had it together. So that's who I followed. But unfortunately I gotta go. I just wanted to cover this story, so I did cover everything that I wanted to in this. If you didn't catch it from the beginning, please rewind it and catch it from the beginning. Make sure you thumbs up and share it on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you can. And come in every day because I am going to be going live every day for the month of October. 31 days. It is the times are kind of random depending on what my schedule looks like. But Tuesday I will be interviewing Obsidian from Q Carlock. She's a mod at Q Carlock. That's where I met her. And she's very knowledgeable on a lot of things and very well liked as well. So if you guys are not busy around 2, it's going to be between 2 and 3 p.m. on Tuesday. Come check us out. But I'll have it preset. Let's see. Trending. Thank you for coming through, bringing your people through. Plantinta, welcome. And guys, too, I have moderator meetings if you want to get in on that. I gotta get one set up. It's been a minute, but it's time for us to come together and talk and come up with some things and help each other out. So if you're interested in anything like that, just hit me up on IG. My links are in the description box or my links are in the description box and on my about section. But if you could drop my IG link and you guys follow me there, please,
I
I would
am
appreciate
Miss
it.
V, crime reporter, website promoter. If you are interested in showcasing your website, hit me up in my DM on IG and we can discuss all the details of showcasing your business, doing a commercial, and running it on my show for a couple of months, as well as promoting you on other social media sites. If this sounds like something that you would be interested in, DM me right now and type in the comments, I am interested. And let's talk. Let's talk about your business. Let's showcase your business.
MTGV TV. Show some love to the newest member of the Willie D Live channel, fam. MTGV TV.
Let me open up this panel. Let's talk about it though. Shouts out to MTV. Make this go viral. I say MTV, a nigga a little shady, but make this go viral. This is my girl, man. So if y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying? She a good YouTuber, man. She got a lot of dope content. Go check her out, though, nigga.